talking about magnetic attraction. The magnets, they don't fight each other, do they, Essie? When you put two
No,
magnets.
actually, yeah, they could actually repel each other when one is um, trying so hard. It's like having uh, a guy come to me and just be in my face all the time, and the more he wants to get my attention, the less I want to give him any attention because
Exactly. He's
it's
repelling you, right?
exactly, and it's a fine balance between stating what you want, but then letting that free will happen and just letting that freedom go. And if by letting go the chase, that push, that drive, you get into the vortex because you're just chilling. Listen, it's going to happen. If you have thought it, if God put it in your brain, if the universe got it in your brain, and you thought it through, and this is the way it's going to be, that's all you needed. That's all you needed to do. It came. It's gonna happen,
That's right.
unless you start really looking to go after it, go after it.
Oh yeah, don't
It's so
chase it, right?
freaking. It's so freaking exhausting. Trey, what was it that you said before about your father?
Oh, yeah, it's like my dad once told me. He said, "He who cares the least wins the most."
That's it. That's it. Say it again. I want to hear it.
He who cares the least wins the most.
Winner, 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 chicken dinner. I tell you, that's the way to do it.
That's
Let
right.
it go.
Because you try too hard, it's like those magnets. Okay, when you take that magnet and you turn it around, and now it's on the repelling side. The harder you push, the more
It resists.
the more it resists, and it'll eventually just slide right over there. It'll get around it, and
Yeah.
so that's what we were talking about social media earlier, and going hard. We've been going hard. The treat chat been going hard a long time. Let's sit back and relax. Let's let the people know what we're doing, and that's it. We don't care about FUD. We don't care about their opinion. We're here to help, and the ones with eyes, they'll see it.
Oh yeah, it'll come as it should be, and it's always the right time, the right place, doing the right thing. Has never failed me yet.
That's right, and so it's a lot easier too to attract. You can
It's a
use
lot.
what does a female do to attract, Barbie? She uses her intuition and her prowess and her body language and her beauty and her brains. Is that about right? And can we do that with the energy? Can we play hard to get with the energy?
I think you can. I know you can. And for me, if I don't give a fuck. That's what
There
it
you
is.
go.
I just don't give a fuck, and I hate them, but I don't. And
That's the key. Yeah.
if you're interested, you'll come get me. Or if it's meant to be, it'll happen. I don't need to worry. I'm not gonna think to be sitting there. Oh, let me think on that person and chase after him. No, thank you.
Right.
I had a policy at one point that I just I would just never call anybody. It's just not who I am. And it's not like, oh, I'm so cocky and I'm so, confident or whatever. I'm not that. I'm human and I have emotions and feelings and things like that. But I just didn't want to get caught up in a game, and I wanted to be in a place of least resistance so that what was meant to be for me, what was meant to come to me would come.
I love it.
If the guy was interested, he'd call. If he wasn't, he wouldn't. And so why would I chase after something that wasn't interested? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I remember hearing something about a dream. Like you need to stop chasing a dream because I can't remember what he said.
Because then you'll get it. Because then you'll get it. I think the principles, the mechanics behind it is, if you want something, does that mean you have it? It means you don't have it, right? Because you want it. And so that's the mechanic behind it. Because if you think you don't have it, you still want it. Well, that's a perpetual state, and states
Right.
perpetuate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you can get over it. Mm-hmm. Barbie, I used your 5-minute technique last night, and I'm telling you, today has been a heck of a good day. I've been riding wild horses all day, and it was because I used that last 5 minutes before I went to sleep to
Mm,
picture the wish fulfilled and live in that state of the wish, whatever it would be, being fulfilled
beautiful.
already. And then that, I was reminded that the past changes with that. So when you decide that you are that new person, that person has a new past, because the past only lives up here. And Barbie said, you can get rid of that. You can thank it. You can thank it for making you who you are today, but you don't have to live in that past because it's all in your head. It's not real, future or past, only now. So when you become a new person in the moment, the now moment, and you decide that you changed, well, you can have a brand new past. That person could have always been that way. Why not?
Love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
true. I remember Bert Goldman was one of the masters with the silver method, and he would talk about that. You can go back and actually erase. Just, you can put your head down in a circle and just be like, I'm erasing that. Go to that place where you want to erase. If there is a bad memory or something that you want to fix, something that you might not have handled correctly,
Forgiveness for yourself. And
Yep.
the situation, the other person maybe, but ultimately yourself, that forgiveness, and then change the memory. Sure, you're done with it. Take it. Forgiveness is a big thing. Letting go, forgiveness, and gratitude. And I'm glad that I got to learn that with you guys this week. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I agree with you, John. It's been a good week that way. Just the weekend. It's been very powerful. Very powerful.
Very
It's
powerful.
this full moon has been powerful all the way around. When the full moon happens, usually you let go, and usually for me, when I let go of things, I just feel like I got a 2-week break before I have to, not before I have to, but before, I reset my intentions and go back into new moon manifestation mode. But this full moon has just transcended this week. It won't leave me alone.
And it's getting so much better. There was like a 13-day, it's funny you say every 2 weeks, because I hear about these 13-day wave spells, and the last one was the double blue eagle, and you got to see things from a higher perspective. You got redirected if you were on the wrong path, and we felt that personally. And then they said the new one, this starting today, is it's this it's like the brightest star. It's like your Venus.
It was
Barbie.
Venus, right? Yeah,
I
the
think
Venus,
so.
and that's me. That's my sign, my star, my everything. And I guess that's maybe why I'm feeling it so much stronger than usual. Just the power. I was here doing a pendulum before we started our show here today, and as I had that pendulum over my hand, oh my goodness, the energy just kept swinging that thing round and round in a circle. I'm like, the thoughts that I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just so powerful. But you know what? What a great opportunity. What a great time. What a great time in our lives right now. What a great time, except for the fact of this dumbass freaking war. Oh, pissed me off today.
I'm so glad that we talk about, like last night's show was about, mediation and third party mediation and talking it out. And since we can get rid of pasts, I feel like we can start anew, and we've already done it. And congratulations to the world, to Gaia.
Yeah.
You're coming into your peaceful time right now, and we're glad that we'll never stop. You can't stop us. It doesn't matter. Like they said, what did that guy say in the Bible? They said he could cut off my head, but my people's coming after me. My meaning you can't kill life. You can put it down, but you can't stop it. Love it.
Amen. Amen. I agree. And I think that's really the heart of this whole thing. I think if all the infighting stops, that's the real heart of decentralization. I see it. I can feel it. Everyone is starting to feel it. The resistance from here to China, to Russia, to Australia, to Europe, to America, to Canada, to South America, to Central America, every island that's out there, people are really starting to come together and honestly know and recognize that we can be strong together as no one.
As no one.
it real, yeah, to really have that resistance to stand up against the government, because it's not just going to be Canada, the Canadian truckers who stood up against the government then. It's not going to be those Brazilians who stood up against their government. It's not the Africans who have stood up against their government. It's